Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this week's Global Balance. Today is the 13th of August, 2020. And today's topic is looking through your illusions and letting your true essence guide your life. It's quite a long title today. And the title suggests there's something unclear we see about ourselves. There's a need to listen to our true essence rather than whatever this illusion is. The card that shows, the card that represents those that need help today is the Mirror of Reflection. It's the 11th card in the Major Arcana, which normally is the card of Justice, which is about seeing truth and standing up for truth. The Mirror of Reflection speaks about seeing ourselves as we truly are, without expectations, etc. Today, the balance will be done on a Tree of Life pattern. It's one of those already dowsed for by Jeff. This is the pattern for Death Wish, which we've had a few times in balances gone by. The Death Wish pattern is about, well, there's a desire for perhaps an aspect of ourselves to die, to stop. Obviously unconscious, or maybe conscious, not necessarily unconscious. But it is ultimately it is about, there is an aspect that no longer serves us. At the bottom here, you'll see the blockages already written on a piece of paper. There is the card that represents those that need help. I've left the two spin cards there, which I will continue to leave there. Okay, the only two blockages today, and the first blockage word is the word outgrown. Which talks about perhaps some aspect of ourselves that we have outgrown. Quite literal, perhaps. And it could be a situation you've outgrown. It could be another person in your life you've outgrown. But something has been outgrown. Usually I find these things are talking about perhaps reactions from childhood to certain situations that we have outgrown, that no longer serves us as an adult. So, take a moment with the topic of looking through your illusions and letting true essence guide your life. With that as the topic, get a sense of what it is you might have outgrown. Just feel it. Take it into your body. And the second word is sullen, which speaks about gloomy. No real better word to explain sullen, I don't think. Sullen means, introverted, depressed. Gloomy is definitely the best word. So perhaps, and I imagine it's going to be related to outgrown in some regard. Perhaps this aspect that you've outgrown makes you sullen. Maybe that's your reaction. Makes you gloomy. Feel it. Take it in. Connect to both the outgrown and the sullen. Take it into your body. Notice where it's affecting you strongest. Just feel it. Don't try to fix it. Just feel it. And the first question during balancing is go deeper. So go below the gloomy. See what lies underneath. What is the gloomy protecting, perhaps? What is the gloomy covering up? It might be a fear, probably is a fear, but there'll be some vulnerable aspect underneath. The second question is express emotion, and it's express the emotion of that vulnerable aspect that lies underneath the gloomy. What is that vulnerable aspect feeling? Be honest with yourself. This is the card of self-reflection. The mirror reflection is about being honest with yourself. The third question is find place of safety. And it seems to be a place of safety needed for that vulnerable aspect that's feeling whatever it's feeling. Put that aspect in a safe place. A true safe place, not a hiding place, a place where it can feel free enough to stand tall and speak its truth. The fourth question is create boundaries. So boundaries are rules that we use to protect ourselves. If something happens, then something else needs to happen. Okay? Think what sort of boundary this vulnerable aspect needs in order for it to feel safe from whatever the enemy is. Listen to your heart. Listen to your vulnerability. Only then will you find an appropriate boundary. And the last question is the emotional release. Step 3 and 4. Step 3 is releasing. So what needs to be released from your mental body, from your brain, from your heart, from that vulnerability perhaps? What needs to be released in order for that vulnerability to feel safe, that true essence of self? I'm going to spin the 2 spin cards as I'm doing it. Name that vulnerability, name that aspect that needs to be released. That thing that's standing in the way of that vulnerability's freedom to be itself. Name it. Let it go. Spinning the cards that I release whatever it is that needs to be released to free you up to follow your true essence. Just keep letting it go. It no longer serves you, whatever it is you have outgrown. And the last step is the receive. So what does that aspect need to receive? To have the courage, the strength to stand up and be your guide. Think about it. What frequency would help? While I'm spinning these two spin cards again, I want you to say, I receive, and name that aspect, that energy, that frequency that you need to receive. Whatever it is. Do that now. I receive. Just let that frequency come in. Let that resource come in, whatever it is. Now, once again, come back to your body. Begin to wake up. And the homework for today is find a place of stillness, which makes sense if there's a need to listen to your true self appropriately. So make an appointment with yourself sometime for today to just sit down and be still and listen to your heart. Listen to what inspires you, but without expectations. Just listen. If you're able to do it, that's great. If you're not able to do it, that's also great. The important point is to find a place of stillness. Allow yourself to be still without expectation. And there's a second homework as well. And the second homework is skincare. So that can be a variety of things. Usually, though, it is about giving energy back to your skin. So an oil, a cream, something that allows the skin to become softer and more flexible. The skin, of course, is our first level of protection to the world. So it takes a lot of beating from the sun, from bacteria, good bacteria and bad bacteria, and of course, from energy. Make an appointment with yourself for the nearest available time to pamper your skin in some regard, to give it its protection. Allow it to return to its elasticity and softness. Okay, that's all for today. Much love. Have a fantastic day.